everybody, it's Yogi Cecily here, again talking to you about exercise equipment that you're going to use at home so you can do your online workouts on YouTube or Instagram Live. I really want to make sure that you have everything you need on your side of the camera so that you have the best exercise experience possible. Today we're going to talk about yoga equipment. Now, probably you have a yoga mat. You're doing great. You went out, you got on Amazon, you went to Gayam, you went to Yoga Outlet online, or you went to Target or Walmart, and you got a yoga mat. You're doing great. But I think a lot of people spend a lot of money on a yoga mat, and that is not actually where you want to spend your money, because you can get a very good, inexpensive yoga mat. So where else should you spend your money if you're trying to buy yoga equipment? You could buy a yoga strap. You really don't have to buy a yoga strap, because for most of the things you can actually just use the belt off of your robe if you have a robe at home. You don't want to use a hard leather belt, so you want some kind of cushy strap. Here is the plus with the yoga belt, is these hooks on the end. Some folks will call this a D-ring. So this is a very traditional yoga strap with a D-ring. Well, what does that do for you? Let me show you. And this gets tricky. A lot of people don't understand how to use the D-ring, but you're going to go into both of them. You got to go into both, over one and under the other. Well, what did that just do? It locked it in. You see how that's locked? And so that's why you might want to get a professional yoga strap. I don't recommend the plastic hooks or you know, something fancier. I want to tell you the D-ring works the best. And let's say you're doing a stretch and you actually need to give yourself a little extra room. Look how I'm going to just open up the D-ring a little bit and give myself about 4 more inches on the stretch, and then pull it tight, and it's still going to hold tight. Classic yoga D-ring yoga strap. The best. Not expensive. So go ahead and get that one. You're going to have it for a long time. Here's the next thing that you want to get is yoga blocks. I actually recommend that you get 2. If you're very tall or very inflexible, you want to get 4. You know, why is that? Because if you've got your blocks stacked, and a teacher, you're following a teacher, and they say, well, put your head on the block, and you're like, like, I'm so tight and so inflexible, What if I had like another block? You know what I mean? What if I had 3 or 4? So this is a place where you actually want to spend your money. Yoga blocks are not that expensive, so get 4. Okay, they're a little bulky, they're a little clunky, but they'll go underneath a chair. They'll go underneath the bench. They'll go underneath your sofa. Don't get the thin ones. Don't go super cheapo here. Like, I'm going to get the half thin. They're not stable, and you can't really use them, especially if you're inflexible. So the more the more beginner and more inflexible you are, the better the block you need to get, more stable. Even the heavier cork ones are better if you're a beginner. All right, so there's that. Now, what's up next? Traditional yoga blankets. I mean, the real deal. Some folks will call these the Mexican blankets. Why do you want these? Well, I'm just going to show you right here. Look at the roll. Look at the way this is very firm and rolled on the end. This is what you need if you're doing restorative yoga, if you're a beginner. You don't want a flopsy-wopsy blanket that's not actually going to give you support. So the traditional blankets, and then, yeah, you can actually use it as a blanket. Like you're on your sofa and you're cold, just get your yoga blanket out and use it as a blanket. All right, so there's that. So there's the yoga blankets. Buy 2, please buy 2. The more restorative yoga that you do, you might want to buy 3 or 4. Folks with arthritis, very stiff joints, you actually need more blankets and more blocks to make up for space. Next thing you're going to want to get, and I don't recommend going cheap here, is a very good yoga bolster. Look at this bolster. Oh, and can you actually use it on your bed? You know, like use it as an actual bolster in your home? Yes, you can. Look how firm and sturdy. This is the rectangular. It's about 2.5 feet, right? I forget which brand this is. I think I got these on Yoga Outlet, right? Get the firm ones. Don't be cheap. Look at this, the zipper, and then I can clean top. That's the one you want. We were all going to yoga studios, and you know the yoga studio was having all of that very great equipment for us. Now you got to get that equipment for yourself at home, especially if you're serious about doing yoga, especially if you're a beginner. Next up, you might want to get a meditation cushion or meditation chair. There are these little meditation chairs you can get. If your joints are stiff, you probably want the meditation chair. This is made by Apana. This is not a very sturdy meditation cushion. It's not really firm enough. If I were to really meditate on this, this will be toast in about a month. So I just use this as a pillow on my sofa. And in a quickie, I might use it for meditation, right? So finally, sandbags. And I'm going to cover sandbags again. These are 8-pound sandbags. You need them. And you can also use them for strength training. Sandbags, you want to make sure that they are filled, and then you're going to have to pay the cost of shipping that. It's going to be a heavy box when it comes. Last thing you need, if you're doing alignment yoga with me on Fridays on Instagram Live, which I'm getting ready to do today, you need a sturdy chair. A good sturdy folding chair, or something that's probably like a kitchen chair. It's got a back. It's not a swivelly chair. You don't need handles on it. You don't need armrests on it. So a good sturdy chair is what you are going to need if you're planning on doing Iyengar yoga, alignment yoga, restorative yoga, or if you are a beginner and very inflexible. This is what you need. It's not a lot. I don't think it's a lot. That's where you want to invest your money. This equipment will stay with you for a long, long time. And I hope your yoga stays with you for a long, long time, okay? Next time you see me, I'm going to be covering sandbags. Thanks. Bye.